Hello, and welcome to Drag Race Stats. So, I made this channel to make statistic videos about RuPaul's Drag Race, to see how each queen of each season did. We're looking at winners, bottom twos, miscongeniality, Snatch Game winners, trade of the season, and who should really have won based on statistics. And I'm only looking at seasons where RuPaul is the judge and host. And this time we're looking at
RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13. I think it was a very good season, very strong queens I must say, just like in Season 12. It was especially the season of facial expressions I would say, with Simone, Utica, Tamisha and Tina. There might have been a little bit of rigging in this season as well, so my guess for the top 4 was Kimora Hall, Gottmik, Tina Burner and Utica Queen. So before we get started with the queens, I just wanted to talk about the first episode with all of the lip syncs, where all the queens got introduced 2 at a time, or 3 in the last one. And then they had to lip sync against each other, and one got to the winner circle and the other one got to the pork chop bay as they called it. So we had Candy versus Joe in the first one and Candy won. Then we had LaLaRi versus Denali, which Lala won. Then we had Simone versus Tamisha, then Simone won. Then we had Gottmik versus Utica Queen, where Gottmik won. Then we had Rose versus Olivia, where Olivia won. And then we had Tina versus Kimora versus Elliott, where Tina won. After the queens went to the pork chop bay, they for some reason had to vote one of the queens out, and it ended up in a tie between Elliott and Utica, and then they voted again, and Elliott was the one being voted out. But it turns out she was just voted into the other group. Honestly, I thought that first episode was just unnecessary and also kinda tedious to just see the same thing happen 6 times in a row. Also because we got their surprised reaction, and it wasn't a surprise to us anymore, so it's just like, meh. Also I didn't like that they were getting separated into cliques. And also with Elliott, she was just being, the outsider. I think it was just very weird to do. Alright, let's get started with the queens. First up is Kimora Hall. She was in the bottom once, and she went home in episode 4 versus Denali. There goes my first queen for the top 4. Great start. She was such a beautiful queen, and I was really rooting for her. Joey J. She was in the bottom once, she got 0 wins, and she went home in episode 5 versus LaLaRi. Gay as fuck and a filler queen. Well, she said it. I did think it was very cool the music video she made for the Wu United, where she played all the 5 members of the boy band. Tamisha Iman. She was in the bottom once, she never won, and she went home in episode 6 versus her arch nemesis Candy Muse. I fucking loved her quotes, "I said what I said," and "little girl," it might have been my favorite. LaLaRi. She was in the bottom twice, she never won, and she went home in episode 7 versus Elliott. She was also Miss Congeniality. She was a very strong lip syncer, and she was the first queen of the winner circle to go home, also quite early. Elliott with 2 T's. She was in the bottom twice, and she never won. She went home in episode 9 versus Utica. Like I said in the beginning, I think her biggest weakness was that she didn't have a group that she belonged in. So she never really got close to anybody. Well, except for that one talk she had with Tina. But yeah, I think that really hurt her. I have to say, she really surprised me in the lip sync versus Lala. I did not expect her to win that, especially with that song, but yeah, that was a gag. Denali. She had 1 win and she was in the bottom twice. She went home in episode 10 versus Olivia. She was actually a really strong queen, but for some reason the production did not care about her. She was often safe when she shouldn't have been. She was in the top at times where she should have been, but then she didn't win. And I don't think that Olivia and her should have been in the bottom for that challenge. I actually think it should have been Rose and Tina. But yeah, I guess they just wanted her gone. Also a queen with amazing facial expressions, especially this one. Tina Burner. She was only in the bottom once and she never won. She was sent home in episode 11 by Utica? This was for me the weirdest elimination, because she 100% won that lip sync. So why did they not keep her? I will never understand. Also, one thing that I noticed, she got a lot of screen time in like the first 2 episodes, and then we never saw her again. Utica Queen, she was in the bottom 3 times, and she won once. She went home in episode 12 versus Simone. I thought she was gonna be this quirky campy queen that everyone liked, and she kinda was. But then there was something off about her personality that made me really dislike her. I don't know, she just came out as fake or something. Olivia Lux, the delicious diva. She won twice and was also in the bottom twice. She went home right before the finale in episode 13 by Candy Muse. She was definitely one of my favorites, and she also came very close to winning the trade of the season for me. She was so bubbly and fun, and oh my god, what a smile. But for some weird reason, that's also what sent her home. Like in previous seasons, there were a top 4 in the finale, and they had to lip sync against each other to move on, and then the winners had to lip sync for the crown. Rosé. She had 3 wins and was never in the bottom 2. She got all the way to the finale, but she lost there. She got a 3rd/4th place. Rosé was definitely the comedy queen of the season, and she did way better than I expected. It must be weird to lose to a queen who were in the bottom as many times as you won. That must be a bitter feeling. Gottmik, or as RuPaul says it, Gottmik. She won twice and was never in the bottom as well. She also made it all the way to the finale, and she also got 3rd/4th place. She won Snatch Game, and she also had some amazing runways. I mean, some of them I didn't really get, but yeah, the judges liked them, that's for sure. She is the first trans guy to ever be on RuPaul's Drag Race. Candy Muse. She was in the bottom 3 times and she won once. She placed runner-up in the finale. I don't dislike Candy Muse for personal reasons, it's just cause the production wanted us to like her so much that it just kind of forced it on us, and I'm like a person that if you do that I'll just go the opposite way, because she got so freaking much screen time. Like it was insane how much she was always there, and she was always in the confessional, and even her introduction was so long. It just got boring for me at the end, so it's just like, ugh, not her again. It was almost like she was invincible in this competition, because when she went home she got saved right at the end, and every time she was in the bottom she won, so it's just kind of predictable. Simone Simonier. She won 4 times and was in the bottom twice. She went to the finale and then she won the competition and $100,000. Simone was my favorite queen from like episode 3, so I got so excited when she won. The main reason I was so surprised is cause I thought I got it spoiled who won, and I thought it was Rosé and Gottmik who got a double win. So I was so surprised when Rosé didn't move on, and I was like, oh fuck yes, now she's gonna win. Simone also proved that you can be in the bottom more than once and still win the season. Simone is also the trade of the season. I mean, look at him, what a beauty. Now that we have seen the facts, let's see who should really have won. Rosé did win 3 times and was never in the bottom. I guess that means he was better than Simone, who won 4 times and was in the bottom twice. But yeah, I think it's very hard to decide. It is close to being a tie, but not really. So I guess Rosé is the top runner here, but I'm still gonna say congratulations to Simone and really hope to see Rosé on All Stars. That is the end of the video, but let's see how I did. So my guesses for the top 4 was Kimora Hall, Gottmik, Tina Burner and Utica Queen. Okay, so I got Gottmik right, and Kimora Hall disappointingly went home first. I actually thought Tina Burner would be in the finale through the whole season, and Utica Queen, I thought she would be like the campy queen to turn it up, and she kinda did, but yeah, it was a swing and a miss.
I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Also check out my other channel where I make gaming and Pokemon Go content. See you next time. Bye bye.